sit at home, more sit at home. We are Biafra, more sit at home. On the tears of men.
Right, that line is off, and of course, we have to continue. The importance of sit at home on 30th of May cannot be overemphasized. We cannot underestimate the potency of it, and then what will come afterwards. It is for our own benefit. Can you hear me? Next call on the phone. Good evening from here. Welcome to the program. They are gone. Next call on the phone. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm Mazi Uche Mefor.
Yes, speaking. Go ahead, please.
So my name is Doug Mekamiri. So I'm calling you from Bo. I'm from Enugu State.
Yes, thank you very much.
Hello, sir. Am I clear?
I can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Yes. My deputy leader, I was very sure that the IPOB, all of them, they are sure that that permit is mandatory. We must work for our hero, and we must remember them.
Of course.
You must sit at home.
We have no choice, my brother.
Hello, my deputy.
Yes, go ahead. It appears you're listening to yourself.
Yes.
Go ahead. The word is
And
listening.
I want to ask every hardcore, every IPOB, wherever you are, be it in Lagos, be it in Anambra, be it in Enugu, be it in everywhere, a total shutdown, be it in Kaduna, even in the zoo land, everyone must sit at home. Then you honor your hero. The instruction is sit at home. I beg you all, and I pray that your program will give us strength to cooperate and do it as it's supposed. In the name of Chico I pray. Thank you, my leader, for this time, and God bless you all in Jesus' name. Amen.
He said, thank you very much.
Yes.
This is Radio Biafra presentation. When we tell our people that the Fulanis are up to it, they will not understand. 100 billion naira has been given to the Fulani headsman for no reason other than that they have been sponsored to be carrying weapons about, killing, maiming, destroying lives and properties. And they have been empowered even all the more to continue to engage in all manner of violence and terrorism against innocent people. While when IPOB, for instance, proposed a very progressive measure to make sure that our people are protected, that our people, of course, take heed as to what is going on against us from the camp of our enemies. Saboteurs will, from all nooks and crannies of Biafra, especially the political class, and rank and file for Hanez and Igbo, to concoct a manner of lies. Today, we are seeing the consequences are very much upon us. And it is for those who have ear to hear and for those who still have their integrity intact to think accordingly. There is a buzz, a picture on Facebook that is very, very intriguing, very, very surprising. The buzz is written Center for Eradicating Innovation and Establishing Sooner. Do you understand this? Center for Eradicating Innovation and Establishing Sooner. Somebody can explain this thing to me. Some people in Northern part of Bizu called Nigeria, they are against people who can think out, people who can invent, people who can improvise. They don't want to think with their brains. They don't want to be productive. But they want to establish Islamic, how will I put it? Islamic law everywhere in different parts of the zoo called Nigeria. And they have gone ahead to tell you that from tomorrow, which is the starting of Ramadan. If you eat outside, if you drink outside, you will be taken care of by Hizbah police. Hizbah police, for avoidance of doubt, is illegitimate. Hizbah police is not part of the Nigerian law, but the zoo authorities, controlled by the Fulanis, have indeed allowed this to be operating. Another problem of the zoo called, what it is that if you are not observing Ramadan, if you are not part of them, if you break any law, of course Islamic law, you'll be taken to Sharia court rather than the civil court, and then be dealt with. Essentially, the one part of the zoo called Nigeria is under Islamic law, under Sharia law, and they are working tooth and nail, night in, night out, day in, day out, to make sure that they introduce this in Biafra land as well. And they are using their foot soldiers. If you look around you, you will understand what is going on. And it is our responsibility, individually and collectively, to do something at this particular point in time. The money, 100 billion naira, the one they have announced, the Nigerian police, is just a tip of the iceberg. Boko Haram terrorists are the standing army of the north. Fulani herdsmen are the standing army of the north. And they are making inroads in our territories. It is left for those who have eyes to see, and for those who still have their integrity intact, as we have mentioned before, to indeed use it and do the right thing. Unless we protect ourselves, we will all perish. And it is unfolding. Can you hear me? Call on the phone. Good evening from here. Welcome to the program.
Hello. And then we want to Kayama.
There will.
My dad, yes, God bless you. I was very happy today to hear your voice. My name remains Mazi Uche Mefor. I'm calling from Obolafo in Udin local government under Nsukka province, Biafra land. I was very happy in today's broadcast. But number one question I want to ask our head of finance one question. I don't know if you with me.
Yes, by all means, go ahead, please.
Our mother, the question that I'm asking is this: I love how we used to notice Kowara. Let me come back to buy and come and I like them coach Kowara Makai Bayere, Otoshi, Akuacho, Lutuan Chinquado, Yomlatiaga. Come on, Jumuriki Jugo. Makanki put some coordinators. And then I no for the coordinators now they are no because of my unit and I don't have a and if Filizina and Akahan de Zigo. Uruna no to Rana to Quadju. The Maka some unity and they can be with some people it's for some Mama like it and Akoko also Kabai for the Nakota sometime. After that, our financial secretary said that no card too small. Maybe now money say they can't put. By then, I'm saying the money came to put out the money really. So and I'm by God that move. Okay, we hear what the Kimena or don't do now. Or I can't come out. So see to them ego in so what bro phone you put out see me to Raka.
Do I go ahead? Yes, thank you very much. Like I normally say, if let's say everybody have not paid, you don't wait until maybe some people end their salary maybe on the 20th or maybe some on the 15th. People, if they have paid, just send the ones that are paid, while the others will come later. You can pay. For example, we are supposed to be getting money every week. You must pay in something, at least every week. So those that have paid, you forward it because we need that money at that particular time to solve some problems. So you don't wait until it's 1 million. No, you send the ones that have paid and write the names of the units, and then you forward it. For example, here in diaspora, it is the same. There are some countries they will pay they will tell you the first payment. In fact, they do it in Germany as well. There are some zones that do that in Germany. They will say the first payment. That is those that have paid before the 10th of the month. They will forward it. Then the others, they will before the end of the month, then they will say the second payment. So people, when they have paid, please forward it. Don't wait until everybody have submitted their own money before you pay. It's very important. And US also do the same. They will send the first payment, and then after that, before the end of the month, they will send the second payment, because we need it at that particular time to pay for our bills. We have those, that will go to court to represent. We need the money. We have people that will help to pay their children's school fees. We need the money. If we wait until the money, ojuapa, it's not the right thing. So as soon as they come, please just send it. That's why I need the money to be sent every week in Biafra, every week. So please, finance officer, do not keep the money again. Say it's not much. Otu awulo si ha zipu ya ihe a ga-eji eme ojuru eju. Ndewo.
All right, thank you very much. I'm sure our brother must have heard it, and other people must have also heard it. We'll have to proceed. Can you hear me? Call on the phone.
Yes, I was cut off by the Zoom network.
Okay, you came back. I'm very sure you've heard her. She has said enough on that. She has instructed on what needs to be done. And as far as our finance is concerned, if you don't hear from her, then you don't take it from anybody. It's very important that you collaborate with our finance officers and principal servants in charge of your area. Do you still have any question on that?
Hello?
Do you still have any further question on that?
I'm okay on that, my deputy. So, I would like to use this opportunity again to recommend everybody working assiduously to make sure we restore our promised land, and especially on this duty that we have at hand. Because I still say it's out without number, that this 30th May, in 5 days from today, is the time that we have, and even the power that we have to show the world, if at all we need what we ask, by all means, or we are asking. But believing me, by the Chuko Kabiama, that we are going to use this 2019 30th May to show the whole world, not even the zoo called Nigeria, and they will know that we are ever serious of what we're asking for. Because what the one that we performed in 2017, that the zoo is just shaking, that shook the whole world, never even see. We are going to use this one, and even the so-called my governor, Mamu Gwai, I'm coming from his local place, to the local government, to Olafo. We are going to show him that at that home, no, ya no home by me able to tattoo Mosora.
All we need to do is just sit at home. Yes. Withdraw from any official engagement, and you will see what happens.
Yes, and it is true. Everyone will sit at home. The whole zoo will sit at home, they like it or not. Because I know that whoever that said that he is not going to sit at home that day.
Yeah, we are using this opportunity as well to remind all those who are victims of Fulani herdsmen, Boko Haram, mayetiala cattle wearers, in different parts of the zoo called Nigeria, the southern Kaduna, the middle belt, some people in Adamawa area, to indeed make use of this opportunity to honor their family members, friends that were killed. The contraption called Nigeria is not anywhere to live in. They don't have your interests at heart, and if you don't do it for yourself, nobody will do it for you. So thank you very much, my brother, and of course, continue to disseminate this information. And we are going to be victorious eventually. Thank you.
Yes, I would like to speak to my people in the Suka dialect.
No, but you're taking much time because there are so many people that you need to be very, very brief. Go ahead.
Okay, no problem. ndị be anyị nsụka adịbe ekelechi n'ike onye na-ekwu nwara chinu Chima Joseph onye Chukwu ga na-ekwu na alụ Nsụka atari de karmara m nọ n'ihe m na-arịọ ọkachasị ije na ụmụnne nche anyị ndị ga-anọgụ n'ụlọ bụ anyị na-arịọ aba arịrị arịọchi ike igwe ya ekwu okwu ezule Nsụka ọ ka na-ekwu na ụdị ụfọdụ dị mana o nweghị erefi nwere ike ime anyị ga-abụghị ime ma igwe wee ekwu okwu nwa ike ruo ime obodo ruo mụ na gị nche anyị ga na-asị anyị bụ ụfọdụ na-agba mbọ na satịlaịtị aka nwere ike iru nwaanyị na-achị hospital ma ụfọdụ nwa ike na ụzọ ma Chineke de biko ụmụnachi anyị unu nyere anyị aka ndị ga-anọgụ n'ụlọ ma ike nyere anyị aka na igwe enwe okwu okwu ike zuru anyị lele echi ngarakwara ohere na-asị ma anyị bụ ndị Nsụka welite oge anyị elu Nsụka bụ aga agị na ihe Nsụka mụrụ bụ agụ ma anyị soro onye ndu anyị Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ma onye gịnị hafụrụ ezinụlọ anyị lele ezinụlọ ya gịnị na ọ maghị mgbe anyị nọ bikos of ma ike dịrị m na-ego anyị ma ezinụlọ anyị nwike dịrị oyi ọdịnihu anyị nwike dịrị oyi ma anyị nwike kwado ya na dis target may mana oge ọdịnihu ya m na-ekwu na aha ezechi okara ma so otu akọ ga-adị a social media will sign up from here for down that people to contribute. I remain your humble servant Mazi Chima Joseph calling from Super Sari the Karmana Dewu Madiksi.
Thank you very much, and God bless you. This is for the Biafra live presentation, and we are inching closer to the end of this program because we have to do some other things and not have started on time. Can you hear me? Next, call on the phone. Can you hear me?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, sir. My deputy director, renowned man, Uche Mefor, God bless you and remain blessed.
Bless you too. Go ahead, please.
I am Mr. Stephen Nade, and Obowi, I'm calling from Aba.
Right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, and God bless you. And you have struggled for the restoration of our nation, Biafra. God has endowed it, and it must come to fulfillment. So I'm using this opportunity to call on my brothers from Obo and Obowians in diaspora that Radio Biafra is not talking in Obo. And we are above the level that Obo is supposed to be enjoying anything and everything about Biafra. Let them come and help us. Even we are supposed to be watching Radio Biafra, Biafran television in Obo. Because without Obo, Biafra is not complete. Because our brother, Chief Onaka Samuel Mbakwe, has made us proud and will ever remain proud. So my good brother and elevated deputy director, Uche Mefor, help me to speak to my Obowians in diaspora to provide us with the necessary machineries so that we'll be listening to Radio Biafra in Obo.
I'm very sure that the Obowians in diaspora are listening. My brother, that is what it should be. Let our people in different parts of the world, especially those in the diaspora and from different communities and provinces, come together and make sure that FM radio stations are installed in different communities where they come from. It is a collective effort, it's a community effort. If you wait for IPOB to do this, it's going to be done, but it's going to take longer time. The best approach is for people from different parts of Biafra land, just like you have just mentioned, people from Obo in different parts of the world. You need to come together. It is doable. Pool resources together and make sure that FM radio stations are installed in Obo and in different parts of Biafra land. Go ahead, please.
God bless you. Yes, I'm very grateful. Let me speak to my people at home in Obo. Though we are formidable, Radio Biafra or Biafran IPOB is strong and solid, and we are propagating and forging ahead. And we sit at home is sacrosanct in the life of the Biafrans. That gets me.
Yes, there's no going back on that.
No going back. And Biafra will get in the name of Chukwukabiyama.
He said, amen.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Right. Can you hear me? Call on the phone. It's still on the line. We will take a few more calls and then call it a night. Can you hear me? Call on the phone. Good evening from here. Welcome to the program.
Hello, Uncle Uche Mefor. This is your son, Mazi Uche Mefor, calling from home of the brave and land of the free.
Good evening from here. Thank you very much. Go ahead.
I don't know how to express my gratitude each time I'm on air, appreciating the good work of my principal officers in various platforms in this radio. I do not want to take much of your time, but I sincerely want to ask one question or maybe two. Each time I want to learn because I don't have the opportunity to do it properly. So this radio have given me the means of learning and studying perfectly. I want to ask a question. This Islam world, Muslim world, or Muslim religion, who have abetted and aided this Nigerian government to hide the death of a president who is number one in a midst of them, who have been rated to be the number one, who have been spearheading to bring Islam down to the sea, to cover the whole world. Then Christians refuse not to at least go further to ask why. Now, my question is this. As an individual, after everything is reviewed, do I have the right, or even before then, do I have right as an individual to sue them against what has just played out? Because I know they all knows about this, they covered it, and they refuse not to say anything. Now, my question is, do I have the right to arrest the Islam world as a religion for them to be a victim also, like we have been suffering, to come and answer this, to give an answer to this that is happening to us down here? Because Buhari is dead, and they know he's dead. They refuse not to say anything. And secondly, again, the medias in Nigeria who have been using the name Buhari every time. Does it mean they don't know that he's dead? I want to know who are involved in the media, the name called media, who are involved, because the broadcasters down here are making me go angry every day. They know the truth, and they still use that name, calling him Buhari. And recently, a few days ago, I heard that they said the man, president, whatever, that they are looking for him. And they refuse to interpret those words. And they are making people look like they are nothing this way. I know I'm an illiterate, but yet them who say they go to school, they are not doing the right thing. So I want to know if I have the right as an individual to keep IPOBs around and park. Can I can I sue these people to international court, not to Nigerian court, because I know they won't handle it. So that's my question tonight.
Yes, what you have to do is to contact your lawyer. Since you want to, because this is not a platform we can offer a legal advice. It is only lawyers who know the law, both domestic and international, that can advise you on what you need to do. And it is not appropriate for me to say you can or cannot, for avoidance of doubt. So contact your legal representatives. I'm very sure that you have a lot of them in Biafra, and have that discussion with them, because this is a legal issue. If it is something that is related to activism that we are doing, of course, I can really provide either my opinion or a very direct answer to that. Thank you very much.
It's all right, sir. It's all right. I appreciate it. Good night from here. Bye, sir.
Good night and God bless. This is really Biafra presentation. There are still calls coming in, but I think we will begin to wind down. I don't know whether you have something to say before we finally call it a night or a day.
Yeah, good evening once again. About this 30th of May, there is no argument about it. In fact, there's nothing like debating on it, because it's something that we have to do, we must do, and we've been doing for some years now. The governors, of course, they will be against anything that IPOB said, but they have no choice. They will just have to fall in line with the whole thing. So we are calling, even like our deputy said, those that were victims of this Fulani herdsmen to also observe that day. It's very, very important for them to observe it. Remember, when people are being killed the way they do in the zoo, it's just obvious that something needs to be done. And in fact, they also honor their own people. Everywhere around the world, people do honor their heroes and heroines. So why is Biafra own going to be different? We just have to, that is, in fact, it's not something that one have to debate on, because it's something that must be done. I just want to encourage every one of us, remain resolute, do the right thing always, with a clean heart. Do it and follow the instructions given to you by IPOB highest command. Nobody will give instruction that will not be for our own favor. Therefore, remember to change your Facebook profile. Is very, very important. For this 30th of May, for those of us in diaspora, it's not just IPOB or Biafrans, even our friends, our German friends or American friends or wherever you are, bring them in. Let them come in and join us. It's very, very important. And also, we should not forget our Biafran flag, because that is our identity, more or less. So we showcase it that day with our Biafran t-shirt. We know what to do. It's very important. It's a date that, in fact, even those unborn also will know about 30th of May. Nobody can change it. It's just that every year we have to remind ourselves about 30th of May. So remain resolute. I read on Facebook, somebody was saying that, why did I say about submitting names to coordinators? Yes, we need to submit those names, even though you have template. But how many people do submit the template? How many people do actually fill the template? The next time I will come on air, I'm going to call out countries that don't even submit their template. You will be shocked. Many. When I say many, even people that are in IPOB hierarchy, many countries, they don't submit their template. They will tell you, we need those names so that we know, because I keep saying it, some coordinators don't pay. They don't pay their monthly dues. And from that, we'll be able to know those that are actually doing the right thing. I commend every one of us, both those that pay direct to our PayPal accounts. I commend all of you. Those in Biafra land, you people are doing a great job. In spite of everything, you still make your contributions. I commend all of you. Please, only issue receipts when people make their payment. Do not collect any money if you don't issue them with receipt. Please, it's very, very important, because that receipt is their own evidence that they have paid. And keep your receipt. It's very important, because in the end, some people will come, they will tell you that they were the ones that worked hard to restore Biafra. These receipts and other things, which I'm not going to mention on air, will be your evidence. So please, guide it and put it where you actually put your certificate, either your birth certificate or whatever certificates that you have. Is very, very important. Let's work together as one family. We need more units. We need to establish more units, more zones, so that more people will join us together. We now move faster. We need everybody, but not saboteurs. Anyway, genuine ones, because saboteurs will be there, but genuine ones, that's the one we need. And when you do that, inform your national coordinator. Of course, it's the national coordinator that will inaugurate any new zones or units, depending on the way you call it. It's very, very important. I thank you.
Yeah, I think that there are some messages I got.
Yeah, go on.
People from Spain, they say they sent you email about their finances.
Yes.
You never responded to them.
Yes, that's when I traveled to
Have you responded to them?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
I had a meeting with them, actually. I had a meeting with them last week, Sunday.
Right.
And then they send some emails. I say, yes, I will respond. I did. And then I'll get back to them later. They don't need to be worried, everything is there. There's something again. Sometimes people will send me email. They say that I didn't respond. I have lots of them, hundreds of them.
I think it's important that you clarify that again.
Yes, I want to say that.
Those who are sending you without the name of their
Yes. Please, when you send emails, just exercise a little bit patient, because you are not the only one sending. I have hundreds of them from different parts of the world. So just exercise patience. I will reply you. And for those, again, that do make their payments and they will not write the names of the units, endeavor to do that. If you cannot write it by the time you send it to my email. I will reply. But please don't expect when you send it immediately that I will reply immediately, because I have other assignments to do and also working. So you need to exercise a little bit patience. That's what is there. I will reply to all, but it might take some time. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The head of our finance department, Mrs. Nanyaya, is as effective as any you can think of. We have not seen anyone like her, and we must commend her. Very important. It is not easy. If you think you can do it, come out and let's see you. I have one of us on the line, and I have literally forgotten that he is there. We will take that call and begin to wind down. Can you hear me? Thank you for holding.
Yes,
Mazi
thank you, my deputy.
Uche. Can you hear me?
Thank you, my deputy.
Right, go ahead, please. Welcome to the
Yes, you are a very patient man. I didn't know I could still speak, but it's an act of God. Because I'll start by, first of all, my name is Ifan Chukwumada Abichi, and I'm Deputy London Coordinator. I want to thank you, my deputy, and extend my greetings and thanks to our director. And I want to thank our head of finance department, Mr. Sinanya, to you in our studio there. You're welcome to London, Ada Biafra. My deputy, I will start with this announcement, please. The London family will be we'll be having a meeting in the Forest Gate zone. We're having a meeting on the 11th of this month. That's coming Saturday. So everybody who is listening, you can tell those who are not listening that meeting will be on Saturday, coming Saturday. Please be on time. And then I have to say something about the 100 billion naira they have given to mayetiala. Now, who is mayetiala? Those are those people who have been killing people in all nooks and crannies of Nigeria from north to south, east to west. And we have been lamenting that these people are not being arrested, they are not being tried, they are not being labeled anything. But innocent people who are not armed with any club or any stone are being maimed and jailed and killed. Now, they want to officialize this murderous gang, make it an official practice of state. And the danger of this cannot be minimized because the official armed forces have their chains of command and somebody who they can answer to can tell them to stand down or to move. But these people are kind of a parallel armed forces for a tribe. It's very dangerous. They're already armed. They're already being protected. They're already being sponsored. Now they are being given some more money, a whole lot of money to do what? To go and arm themselves the more. What kind of a country is that? And why are our so-called the whole zoo Nigerian intellectuals and the elites and the political leaders, everybody's keeping quiet? It's just this is normal. And what about our Biafran governors and intellectuals and political leaders and traditional leaders. I have an appeal to make to them. Not that I'm anybody, but as a son of soil. The political class in Biafra land, starting from the governors and the traditional rulers and the socio-cultural organizations, they must do whatever is possible to proscribe IPOB because they did it. They wouldn't say that it was the federal government did it, tagged us, whatever they tagged us. The proscription that was announced by Dave Umahi and co in Enugu must be overturned. Otherwise, this will be worse than the suppression and oppression of the House of Land. They can say that even if they prescribe IPOB, that it doesn't matter. It matters for us because this is a father or fathers. This tantamounts to fathers sitting on top of the head of their children, while the other fathers are egging on and sponsoring and supporting their own children. What have we done that is so bad to compare to what Fulani Herdsmen has done in Nigeria, that our own elite, our own fathers, our own political class and our own traditional rulers cannot see that the injustice that's being meted to IPOB is nothing to write home about? I cannot understand why our people will be part of this, or this kind of injustice to our own people. I cannot understand it. They need to proscribe IPOB for starters. For whatever it is worth, let them do it to show that they are not part of the subjugation of IPOB. That is, even if they were forced to do it in that time has passed. The situation, whatever situation that made them to do it, has passed. Now, while mayetiala and Fulani Herdsmen are being legalized in effect, the governors in the eastern region, all of them, bar none, all of them, go to south and south to east, whatever that means, but the whole eastern region, the Biafra land, all the political class there need to proscribe IPOB and need to give us even a commendation for pointing out what is the gathering rainstorm that is raining now. I don't know why. I cannot understand for the life of me. But anyway, I've just said it how I feel. Since I had this 100 billion thing, I couldn't sleep. I was wondering what is going on. What is 100 billion to a terrorist, the fourth terrorist organization in the world according to World Terrorism Index, and a country is sponsoring them by the tune of 100 billion. They're already armed. They're already wreaking havoc in the country. So their own prescription or tagging of the terrorism is by sponsoring them the more. God have mercy on us. But I've said it a little bit as it comes to my mind, and I hope I'm not alone. But our political class, they should not minimize the injustice they are making on us by maintaining this prescription of IPOB. It is unconscionable. It is inhumane to their own children who have killed nobody, for God's sake. I have to leave it there because I'm getting a bit worked up, but let me leave it at that. But those who I know they are listening. They are listening because this smartphone, everybody with ear plugs, we don't know what they are listening to. They are listening because when they talk, they use our terms, they use our references, they use these people, these are our political classes, they use our IPOB references and terms. When they say, when they speak, anybody of them speaks, you know that most of them are listening to IPOB and Radio Biafra because this radio is a veritable university. Gratis, that it means for free. But thank God for this radio and the rest of our media. And I shout out to all our media platforms of whichever television and the radio and print and electronic and online. God bless all Biafrans. God bless all IPOB who are committed to this cause that we see it through in the name of Chukwuka Abiyama. Thank you, my deputy, and good night to all of you in the studio. And good night to Biafrans. Goodbye.
Okay, me, I should repeat.
What you said, because the volume was down.
Yes, I say that for our brother, the one that called from UK, I can understand the way he feels, you know. I say in spite of the 100 billion they are giving to them, they are still very poor. They are still the beggars in the streets of Nigeria. The only thing for us to do is to remain focused and do what we are supposed to do. And they all listen to our radio, like he said. That is true. When they speak, you know that all the information is what they got from Radio Biafra, because this is the best university in the whole world. No matter whichever university people think is the prestigious one, but Radio Biafra is something that every Biafra, especially IPOB, should be very proud of what we have achieved. Because a lot of people listen to our radio, even head of state, but they will not say it. But when people talk, when they make references, you realize that all what they are saying is what they got from Radio Biafra. Now, I also want to use this opportunity to talk to our people back home in Biafra land. I know some of them will be saying that I've not called their names on air. Yes, I will do that very soon. I've not forgotten you all. I have your list. I will start calling them again, because I know it does encourage them when I call their names on air. I also want to make a clarification here. Sometimes people in diaspora say, we didn't hear our name. I say yes. In diaspora, I only call out names of units or countries that have not paid, not the ones that have paid, because if I start calling those that have paid, Europe alone will take hours, because we are more here than any other part of the world. So that's why I don't call those that have paid in diaspora. Rather, I call out the names of units or countries that have not paid. But in Biafra land, the case is different. I call out the names of those that have paid to encourage them. And I've told the finance officers to start compiling the names of the units that didn't pay. They too, I need to start calling them, so that because they will know that they are not paying. And the same thing applies also to those in the zoo, the north of zoo and the west. I also call out the names of units that have paid. That is the difference. So please, if you are in diaspora and you didn't hear the name of your unit, it means you are not owing IPOB, because it's when you are owing somebody will come knocking on your door. So if you didn't hear your name or your unit or your country, it means you have paid. That is the difference I want to clarify on this part. I don't know, my deputy, is there any question there on Facebook that some people want to ask me?
Yes. There is I don't know, do you have any issue with Russia?
No, yes, yeah, no, I know, I don't have issue with Russia. Rather, what happened is that they now have a new, they have Russia 1, Unit 1, Unit 2. And there was sort of, the one was dissolved, but then the Mazi Uche gave me the new name of the new Unit 2, I think. But I said to him, I will call it when it's time for me to make an announcement on Europe, not today. When I'm on air to make an announcement on Europe, then I will call out the name of the new unit and the new coordinator, because there are changes there. That is what happened. Not that I have issue with them. I don't have no issue.
Yeah, I think there is a complaint from Russia.
Okay.
But I think the Directorate of State, there is a complaint from Russia, but I think the Directorate of State will have to deal with it, and the European rep. Because for me, this is not the appropriate channel. I'm very sure the petitioner is listening. You need to direct whatever petition or complaint you have to the appropriate channel. If it is against your national, of course, you go through your European rep. If the European rep is not reachable or cannot resolve it, then it is at that particular point in time that it goes to the head of directorate and his deputy. and all that, which is, of course, the Directorate of State. And so the petition or complaint you're sending via text messages or messenger, and to me directly is not appropriate. You need to follow the appropriate channel. Other than that, do you still have something to say?
No, maybe, I want to say something. Maybe. Yeah, thank you very much. Sometimes some people will write petition and they will say, in fact, there was one that actually wrote a petition, very insultive, and I just ignored it because I don't waste my time on nuisance. So I just didn't even reply to it. What I want to say again is that some people will write petition, they will copy me. I don't know why they copy me, because I'm not in charge of coordinators. I only
finance is different from...
Yeah, it's total. I'm not in charge of coordinators. It's only if it starts affecting when they start having misunderstanding and it affects the finance, then I'll go to the coordinator. That's the only. But I do not appoint.
They wrote a petition regarding finance to you that you didn't respond to it or something.
Which country is that?
Russia still.
No, not me. It's not. I didn't get anything.
They said they wrote you informing you about financial recklessness.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. So, it's to do with coordinator. They were accusing their national coordinator, and I don't want to get involved with that. Yeah.
Direct this accordingly.
Yeah.
Go to the European rep. Go to the directorate. They will solve this issue.
Yeah, because
he has to direct it up. Not sending text messages.
Yeah, they are sending to me, and they want their coordinator removed. I mean, it's got nothing to do with me, so I just ignored it because I find it's a nuisance, actually.
Yeah, I think it is very important that we discuss this openly.
Yeah.
People will be, some other people could be coming up.
Yeah. There was one. Yeah, it's true. There was one country again did the same thing, that they don't want their coordinator and they will copy me. Please stop copying me, because I don't deal with. I really don't appoint coordinators. Or the only thing what I appoint is finance. Yes, those are the ones in Biafra land. I appoint them, both national and local government, because that is the assignment given to me by Onyendu. But apart from that, I don't appoint coordinators, and I do make it clear. So please, anything to do with coordinator, I don't even need to be copied, because you won't get any response from me. And maybe that's why he's not happy, because I don't respond to such.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm very sure that our people must have heard this from the head of our finance department. She can only entertain issues regarding finance. And of course, issue regarding finance has to do with zones and national bodies or regional bodies, as the case may be. But it is very important that our people also understand that the issue of coordination is coordinating is quite different from that of finance, and so must make a very clear distinction between the two. If your query is regarding finance, of course, I think it is within the jurisdiction of the head of our finance department to deal with it. And if it is about coordination, you go through your coordinators, you go through your continental reps, go through the directorate as well. I'm sure by the time you must have finished or completed the cycle, you must have got an answer. Very important. What else can I say? I want to use this opportunity to appreciate the head of our finance department, Mrs. Nenyaya, for, of course, coming in and, of course, participating in a very enlightening session. We thank her as she goes back. We pray the Most High God to lead her safely back to Germany, and we pray for sustained effort across board that we shall carry this message at all times, make it the center of everything we are doing until Biafra is restored. We thank you, eminent Biafrans from different parts of the world. Remain focused, remain resolute. We appreciate all you have been doing, and we urge you to indeed consolidate on again so far. 30th of May is approaching, 25 days away today. We shall remember, we shall honor those who fought and gave their lives that we may live. Other countries around the world are doing theirs. Why can't we do our own? If they will forget us, we will not forget our own. And it is not only a duty on our shoulders, it is something that is very good and appropriate that we should do. Sit at home in the whole of Biafra land. Withdraw your vehicles if you're a transporter from the road, and close your shops, businesses. Parents must indeed withdraw their children from school. And we are also talking to traditional rulers, we are talking to clergymen, we are talking to market leaders to indeed observe this day. It is a collective responsibility. If we don't do it, nobody is going to do it for us. We shall continue to indeed inform our people and reminding them that this is a call to duty, a collective one indeed, and together we shall emerge victorious. We thank the Most High God for having made it possible for us to have deliberated the reverence together this evening. Indeed, it is time to go. We continue to implore Him to continue to renew us, continue to revive us, and more importantly, may He give us every enablement to restore Biafra. From us from here, it is good night, and God bless.